Hey guys, Steve with Dovetails and Dadoes. As we promised, we're going to do Get Kids Woodworking episode 7. It's going to be a skateboard rack for these 4 skateboards. Now the longboard's mine, the other 3 are for the other boys. If you come over here, we'll show you what we've done so far. We have the penny board, which we had to frame in a little bit of extra meat on this stud. So we just attached a couple 2x4s to the stud, and then we're going to use some Baltic ply to come off and make some slots for the boards to slide into. It should be an easy project, shouldn't take us long. For time's sake, we're going to use the table saw to cut our slots and stuff. It should make it go faster for us because it's late, but this project could be very easily done with the hand tools that we have talked about in the past videos. Alright guys, so here I have 2 pieces of 1/2-inch Baltic birch ply that I've cut to 8 3/4 inches, and they're 32 inches long, so you got 8 3/4 by 32 inches. The next step we're going to do is we are going to come in and mark this every 6 inches, and we're going to leave 5/8 of an inch for the board to slide into. Correction, I'm going to make it 3/4 just so there's a little bit of extra room there. So every 6 inches we're going to go make a 3/4 of an inch groove for the boards to slide into. Alright guys, so I have my marks marked out here every 6 inches for 3/4 of an inch. Then I took my bevel gauge, set it to just a few degrees. I don't know what it is. It doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to strike down a line on each one of those marks. And I am planning on bringing these in to about half the width of the board, the skateboard deck. The decks are like 8 3/4 of an inches, or 8 3/4 inches, yeah, however you say that. I may have said it wrong. I don't know. I'm tired. You'll have to forgive me. So as you can see here, I'm just marking those off. Not sure if you can see them or not. So this one is going to mount here to the wall, and then we'll have slots running at a downward angle for the boards to slide into. I think I'm going to set my measurement at like 4.5 inches. And that should get the board over halfway into the stay. Several ways you could cut these. You could use a handsaw and then chisel out the stop. I may opt for a jigsaw just because it's late, I'm tired, and I want to get it done quickly. So what I'll do is I will grab my tri-square, or whatever they call these squares. I don't know what they call them. It's a square. And I'm going to mark 4.5 inches at the end of each one of those stops. That'll just tell me where I need to stop my cuts at. Like so. Okay. I think what we'll do is I'll probably put these 2 together, clamp them to the workbench, and then start cutting them on the jigsaw. Sorry for walking in front of the camera. By the way, I want to say thank you to my oldest son, Colton. He's doing the camera for me tonight. That's how we can do the time lapse and some of the more fun angles and stuff like that. He was bored in the house, and I said, well, come out and help me in the shop then. So he's my helper tonight. And hopefully we'll start seeing more kids in the videos, because I think that's important if you're trying to promote kids in the wood shop. So let me get this set up, throw some clamps on it, and we'll be back with the jigsaw. Alright guys, as you can tell, I cut both those pieces at once with the jigsaw. The cuts off the jigsaw are not super clean, but it's to hold skateboards, so it's not like it has to be perfect. I think a lot of times people get tripped up on everything looking perfect, and especially on the projects like this and the birdhouse, it's just not necessary. So I got them cut. I think we're ready to install them. So we're gonna head over this way, and we'll go ahead and put these things together. Since you cut them both at the same time, it's very simple to set them in here. You can just slide one here, scoot the other one over this direction. But for now, I'm just going to mount the one. I'm just using some 2-inch drywall screws because they were handy, and it just doesn't really matter on this, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and drive one of these in here. Like so. We'll do a couple at one at the bottom and one in the middle. Make sure they're all nice and snug. Alright. Then on the other side, just make sure you hang it so that the slots match up. And we will try to drive these in. Hopefully, I left myself enough room to get my drill in there. We'll see. Colton, can you give me a hand and hold this up?
Yep.
Sorry if we're blocking your view a little bit. It's a little tight in here. Love that squeaking sound. Alright. Couple more screws and we'll be ready to try it out. Alright, Colton, go ahead and grab a couple of these boards and let's see if it works.
I'll grab the best board out of them all here.
Alright.
My board.
Just like that, we can hang some skateboards up.
My board.
Oh,
The trucks are tight.
oh, missed it a little bit on the penny board. Oh well.
Too close.
Chances are that board won't be hanging around that long anyway.
Yeah, I'm not good about keeping it.
Who is this guy who keeps making mistakes when on the videos he shoots?
Who does that?
Anyways, we got 3 of the 4 up, and honestly, all I would have to do is unscrew one side of that and put a little piece of wood behind it to shrink it up a little bit. I was afraid to get it too narrow, given that we have a long board on there. So that's one of those things, though. If you have, you know, similar sized boards, it won't be near as big of an issue. We're trying to go from a 40-inch long board down to like a 20-inch penny board, so that's where the fault happened. Anyways, we'll get Colton over here and we'll tell him thank you. Thanks, bud. All right, you guys take care and we'll see you next time.